Money Smart Audiobook Introduction. During my final year in University Technology Malaysia UTM at Skudai, Johor, I started playing the piano professionally at a 5-star hotel. There I met the first two of my early mentors. The first one is our manager, Mr. Lee, who is a pianist himself. He taught me about work ethic. I could drive a Datsun 120Y as old as me to park at the valet by myself, but I must always show up on time and wear a suit and tie during the performance. I must also hone my skill, so I make sure that I could play Menghitung Hari for the Malays, Chage and Aska songs for the Japanese expatriates, and most of the English and Chinese pop songs, plus some jazz standards. The second mentor is Adam, a very talented musician who can play the piano as well as he does the flute. He was 24 at that time, drove an Audi sedan and owned a ninjutsu dojo with hundreds of students. I look up to him as a very successful figure. He inspired me to have a growth mindset. We perform as a duet most of the time, so we spent a lot of time together during recess when he would share his experience and teach me about building a career. One day, Adam recommended a book titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That was the first time I heard of it directly from Adam. Of course, the rest is history. The book by Robert Kiyosaki has sold 32 million copies in more than 51 languages across more than 109 countries. That's the first non-fiction I read other than textbooks. As you can see, it has a tremendous impact on my life and my career. Although I studied aeronautical engineering in UTM, I have no interest in the subject and had no plan to do anything with it. My passion was in music. I love to write songs, sing and produce music. I thought that I would be doing music my whole life. But ever since I read the book, I found another field that piques my interest. It is about money. For whatever goals and dreams you have in life, it more or less has something to do with money. The reason is that money provides the basic support that permits you to pursue other endeavors. When you have enough, you can choose not to go to work every day. If you have all the basic needs like food, shelter, and education taken care of, money can be a resource for you to do more good for society. When you can spend one day earning a living for the whole week, you have the remaining 6 days to enjoy with family, exercise for health, and do whatever you think is important to you. I wrote this book in the hope to give you that advantage. Furthermore, I want to empower you faster than ever. To achieve that, I tend to write in straightforward language. If there were a word that I needed to check the dictionary, I would omit it in this book. When I could convey the meaning in one sentence, I would delete the whole paragraph. Also, a lot of personal finance books are not applicable in Malaysia's context. Therefore, I make sure the money tips here are much more practical, specifically and sometimes uniquely for Malaysians. We start with the first section to make you a smarter person with money. You will learn about financial literacy in terms of mindset change, perception about debts, lifestyle design, the relative value of money, and having the big picture of your financial journey. The second section contains tactics to make a better offense. You will discover the real enemy that depletes your wealth, how you can accumulate wealth faster and longer, the best routes to riches that have the highest probability, and ultimately a smart capital allocator. The third and final section details the defensive strategies. We discuss the rainy day funds, effective methods to save money, the legal way to pay less tax, the wiser approach to own a car, the financial must-haves for home buyers, and life protection, family protection, plus wealth distribution. If this is the first time you are reading my stuff, I hope that it will open your mind and broaden your sight on various money issues. There will be some cases that you might not agree with what I preach. That's alright to agree to disagree. It is okay to dispute, but not okay to disrespect. I just wish that you can keep an open mind and see how this book can make you smarter with money. If you have been following my works for a while, you will find repeated concepts. You could have read it in the ebook series that I give away for free to my email subscribers. You might have heard it on my webinars, or maybe you learned through one of my paid courses. Perhaps you saw it on my social media posting or videos. The famous basketball coach John Wooden once said, "The 8 laws of learning are explanation, demonstration, imitation, repetition, 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 repetition." So either way, I don't want you to waste your time reading this book. If you find it useless, you can ship it back to me for a full refund. So make sure you keep the receipt for tax relief and also as my guarantee. Just in case you don't learn anything useful from this book, I bear full responsibility. Please contact my support team through email support@kclau.com on how to claim back the money you paid for it. Congratulations on picking up this book because you committed to having financial knowledge. Since I promised to deliver value to you, I wish that you can also make a promise to reap the benefits by practicing what you learn here. You will get tremendous value for your time reading this book. I wish that it will inspire you the way Adam did to me when he recommended that I read Robert's book. And if you find this book lives up to the promise, please pay it forward like what Adam did. You can help others too. Who knows? Someday, someone like me will mention you in their books. Be smarter with money.